Yes, good evening to all viewers of this Premier League, Vincy Premier League, being played at the Brighton facility. This evening's game is to be a very nice game. It's going to be played between System 3 and Avenues United. System 3, they have been on a promising run for the past couple of games. I think they are the team now the team that is excelled in terms of their abilities, and they're the leading, I think, team in the competition thus far. Avenues, they are more or less in the cellar position, but they are here for competition, and compete they will have to. That's why they are here. Earlier on, we saw System 3 warming up outside, but Avenues choose to do their warm up, as we've been told, in the dressing room. We've been having some showers this evening. Good little shower came down, which is good for the field, for the players. Now we see the toss being taken here by both captains. You see Damal Francis and Alonzo Butte. Yes, so this evening I'll be sharing the microphones with Mr. Denny. So as we get things going, we see the referees now, they're having their discussion with regards to the game. Both teams are in a huddle at this moment. There should be a kickoff at 3:30, but we're just about 3 minutes or so into it. Delayed, but nevertheless, they're here to do 90 minutes game. Obviously, with the extra time being added on for injuries, substitutions, whatever there is. And it will be a very good game. We'll see how this one pans out this evening. So the referee is moving across to fourth official. You can hear the referee sounding now that they're behind time already. So as Mr. Denny settles in, we'll have things going.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Roger. Good afternoon to our viewers, and very wet afternoon here at the Brighton Technical Centre. Of course, System 3, they're taking on Avenues United, and we're just awaiting the kickoff for this one. Referee Anilan Stevens just making his final check to ensure that all is well, so that we can certainly get this one going here this evening. No doubt you've gone through the starting 11?
Oh, not as yet. That one slipped me.
Well, as the whistle is about to go, but just to quickly run through the starting 11 for Avenues United: Richard Hay, Damal Francis, Neil James, Xavier Jack, Cadell Hector, Caffrini Davis, Khalik Westfield, Zarani Bailey, Amin John, Caden Small, and Jamal Laborde, the starting 11 for Avenues United.
And this will be sounded. We give you the names for the System 3 team.
And starting 11 for System 3: Dennis Grant, Alonzo Butte, Farron Durham, Javin Sutherland, Hazino Solomon, Kevin Francis, Kareem Davis, James Grant, Denzel Bascom, Delquan Derby, and Shemron Phillips. So early infringement. It's against Avenues United, and a free kick, of course, to System 3. System 3 this evening in yellow tops and blue shorts, almost looking like a Barbadian outfit.
Oh, indeed.
Yes.
Or Brazilian.
Or Brazilian. So true. And there we see Francis to take this as the rain continue to fall here. Francis goes to his left and finds the big number 4 in Durham. Knocked out there by Cody. And it's going to be a throw-in, quickly taken now by System 3. That's Sutherland going right back into the middle. Big, stocky central defending Derby going to his right. And ball nicely played forward. A searching ball was looking there for James Grant to run onto, but intercepted by the Avenues defense. and quickly taken through. Still with system 3 now on the right side, and it's knocked away. An attempt there by Butte to get it on the inside. Not successful. Butte today, of course, wearing the captain's armband according to our sheet. That's a nice trip. It's a good header coming in there from the big player there for Avenues United. And the battle for possession there in the middle. Two players going to the turf. Play continues nonetheless. Here's Durham with possession now. Finds Bascom, knocking it forward. Searching ball, but brings goalkeeper Richard Head. And who certainly had a very good last game. And Roger should be, well, going by confidence game by game as this one is knocked forward and he knocks this one upfield. And Javin Sutton misses, but not a problem. It goes there to goalkeeper Dennis Grant. So, yes, Richard Head must be pretty comfortable.
Yeah, he looks the part.
System 3 with possession now. And here is Derby knocking it forward. They're looking for Butte. Knocked up out of touch. I believe it's going to be a system 3 throw-in. Still a fair drizzle, so it's soft in the foot in here. But of course, we've had weeks of a lot of sunshine. There's hardly been any rain in the mix. So much so, we've seen some notices coming from the CWSA with regards to some outages. And based on the fact that quite naturally we have not had the amount of rain that we'll be looking forward to. Good little play here by System 3. Ball now with Butte on the left side. Cross comes in, but it's not the best of crosses into the side netting. And it's going to be a goal kick. So we're into minute number 4 here this afternoon. Of course, the big El Clasico is on as Jack picks this one up. Searching ball, was looking to get Capriani Davis going there, but he was fouled in the process. I believe Javin Sutherland, the guilty player. And a free kick to Avenues United in quite an interesting position, right at the top of the 18-yard box, almost down the middle there. Roger?
Yes, indeed. And a wet surface as well. We would have seen Grant putting off some great saves in the last game they would have played. But with a surface like this one, and the man behind the ball, it seemed to be Hector.
Yes, dead ball specialist.
Specialist, yep.
Yes.
So we look to see what pans out after this one.
So Hector spots the ball as referee Stevens ensures that the 4-man wall is in its legal position. And speaking all about El Clasico, last time I checked with Real Madrid, they were down at the Nou Camp 2-0. Early goals for Barcelona. And might very well be a situation where Barcelona claims La Liga today. But that's all left to be seen. The focus is on what's happening in front of us as Hector. There's a lot of...
A very huge wall. Every person for System 3 except for one, number 41. That's Phillips.
Yes. So let's see what happens with this one as Hector now lines it up. And, well, that in itself, had he had a bit more pace, might have very well found the back of the net because he caught everybody, including goalkeeper Grant, off, so to speak.
Grant had to hit the deck to get that one from between the uprights. And a good move there on the part of Hector.
Yes. He just floated it all along the ground, all along the turf. And Grant had to dive for all his worth to his right to knock it out. And just a bit more pace might have certainly proven to be some problems for System 3, top of the table. And Avenues United, they've had their struggles as this corner kick is now taken. Heads go up off the head of Francis. Still danger not cleared. And that's Butte knocking it away. The flag is up, whistle goes. And I believe it's an infringement. Probably offside, yes. Against the Avenues team. And Grant takes the free kick quickly. Referee Stevenson says, I'm not quite ready. Please put it back into position. And let's have this done again. So Grant this time goes to his left and finds Javin Sutherland. Sutherland, not the best of passes. He was looking to get the player going there on the left. And this one is now knocked away And it's in favor of System 3. Throw-in now to be taken. Bascom battles and regains possession. Butte is there. And you can see the turf as it kicks up. Wet conditions here. But conditions certainly that shouldn't be too difficult as Jack comes onto this one. It's closely marked, Jack. And gets past the defender now. It's out of touch and unfortunately not in favor of Avenues. It's going to be a goal kick. So goal kick quickly taken and System 3 now down the left flank. Searching ball looking there for Zena Solomon. But James was there first. And Damal Francis couldn't keep that one in. So throw in, of course, the System 3 to be taken by Shimron Phillips. He finds Sutherland. There is Darby changing, well, trying to, well, go on the right side, but overweighted and resulted in a throw-in for Avenues United to be taken by Khalik Westfield. He was looking there for John, closely marked John, loses possession, and System 3 now comes forward with Kareem Davis. And, well, goalkeeper quickly off his line in Richard Hayde. And boots this one upfield. Comfortable in the end for System 3. So Francis, searching ball, they was looking for Phillips, but intercepted by the defense. And Jack loses possession to Phillips. Nice turn by Phillips. Still with it. He's doing well. Twisting and turning. Knocks it into the middle now. Finds Francis. Searching ball through the middle. Was looking there for Zeno Solomon, but good defensive work by Zorani Bailey. He was on top of it very quickly indeed. And a player like Zeno Solomon, you can't give him any space, Roger.
Yes, indeed. It was a very good play. Good build up there. It's now with System 3. Let's see what happens there.
Cross comes in. It's knocked away, and it's going to be a corner kick to System 3. I believe this is their first corner kick of the game, and this is the 9th minute. And going across to take the corner kick will be James Grant. Big number 26 on the back of his shirt. And they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6. Packing that 6-yard box for System 3. Phillips at the top of the 18. Grant with not the best of corners. And it comes back out. Goes into touch. And System 3 this time with a throw-in. Captain Butte gets it back on the inside. Hector knocks it away. And Indian Avenues United, that's a nice little ball looking for Jack, but Francis was well placed in defense there, cleaning things up for System 3. And Indian ball is out of touch. It's going to be a throw-in for the Avenues United team.
What's notable, Anthony, the surface, that rain that came, even if we had a dry spell, is very slippery.
Certainly, it is. And you have to give kudos to the Football Federation. They've certainly done some good work in maintaining the surface here. Here comes System 3 now. Lovely ball through the middle. Azina Solomon is onto it. This could be a problem. Solomon into the back of the net. Opening goal for System 3 in this minute number 10. A nice pass through the middle. Split the defense, as a matter of fact, as Solomon just ran past 1, 2, 3 and slotting this to the right of goalkeeper Richard Hayde. Absolutely no chance. System 3-1, Avenues United 0.
And Anthony, what is noticeable as well, had that goal not been scored, it would have been a penalty, because you could have seen the defender pulling against Solomon, but Solomon got the better of it and resulted in the goal.
So Damal Ratti Francis goes to his left, finds Westfield on the left side, back to Francis, and goes down the left flank, searching ball. Looks as if it's going to be John who's going to get there first. Gets the cross in, but it's too close to goalkeeper John. That's Grant, sorry. And he rolls it out now to his captain, Butte. Lots of space there on the right side, Butte. It's coming forward. And searching ball, but it's off the head of a Avenues United player. And there comes Phillips, picking up possession. Leaving it now for Bascom, was looking there for Solomon. But in the end, Avenues with possession now. Hector. And forcing ball it is, but way too much on it. And it's going to be still with System 3. Sutherland finds Bascom. was looking there for Butte, but found Francis in the interim. Came off the boot of an Avenues player, and went down to the right side with Butte with a whole lot of space. Finds not so good on the part of Grant there. James Grant losing out, and here's Hector battling for possession now. Still with it. Searching ball. This is Jack, and still with Jack. Closely marked by Javin Sutherland, but he gets the crossing, and it's knocked away by the defense for System 3. So some anxious moments there for System 3. You cannot give this young man, Jack, any space whatsoever. Here's Solomon now, finding Phillips. Was looking to give him the return ball, but luckily fall nicely for Phillips. Goes into the middle now to Francis. Down the right side. And the player doing well. Shot comes in. What a beauty. What a gem. Number 2 for Avenues United. Neatly taken shot.
Karim Davis.
Yes. Settling under it and wrapping his boot around that one. And Richard Hill was just a spectator as it went into the back of the net. 2-0. And in this, the 13th minute. So, System 3, they're off to a flyer here this afternoon. And as I say, holding no prisoners. As Damal Ratti Francis now with possession. Gets the return ball there from Hector. Searching ball there to Jack. Jack brings this one under control, but he's closely marked. Still with it. Finds Francis. And Francis looking to force through the middle. Whistle going. Foul in the process. And it's going to be a free kick to Avenues United. Looks as if it's going to be Francis who's going to take it. Not Hector this time around. Damal, veteran, as far as this Avenues team is concerned, former national player. And let's see what he does. Floats it in. Heads go up, and it's the towering head of Butte. Short in stature, but he got up to nod it out for System 3 as they now come forward on the right side. Ball through the middle. There's Phillips with some space, and he's offside, unfortunately. But good intent on the part of the pass provided there, Roger.
Yes, indeed. Very good pass. Good look. But as the assistant once decides that he's in offside position, and luckily there for Avenues United.
Jack now with possession for Avenues. And knocked away. There's James. Jack gets the return ball. Hector giving it away. Javin Sutherland looks for Phillips. He's closely marked. Phillips 1 to 3 red shirts. Well, Avenues players around him. And doing well, finding Francis in the middle. So, good nice little build-up here from System 3. Was looking there for Karim Davis, who scored the second goal. But very much overweighted. Ball is out of touch, and it's going to be a throw-in for Avenues United. Khalik Westfield over there. Ball in hand, just walking past the assistant referee. And just delaying a bit. Takes the throw now and off the head of a System 3 player. It's in the middle there now to Bascom. Looks for and finds Phillips. Phillips. Nice to the ball to the left of Butte. He has some space, Butte. We look to get this cross in very quickly. Across the mouth of the, across the top of the 18-yard box. Picked up there by Butte. And Indian given up. And Avenues United, they will look to come away. But it's the big towering figure of Darby. And ball to the left was looking there for Davis, but intercepted by Westfield. And it's going to go all the way back now to goalkeeper Grant.
So it's now with Grant for System 3. They're now moving the way out. It's now with Sutherland. Sutherland finds Bascom. Bascom moving to the center. Looking to find some movement. Get some movement. Didn't get that one, but now goes Davis. Karim Davis on a track there. What did he do with this one? He gets that one across. Richard Hayde just fanning, and luckily for him, that one deflected off the defender there and went straight back to Hayde. That would have spelled danger there now for System 3, for Avenues United. But it's now in the air. It's now with Bascom. Bascom controls. He has Hector around him, but it's played back now to find number 4 player for System 3 in Durham. Durham plays that one further, finds Phillips. Phillips controls, gets past his man. Great pace, good foot movement. A bit too long. He's been intercepted there by the defender for Avenues, number 8. In James plays that one down, find Jack on a move there, has great pace, great power, gets that one inside, but overweighted a bit. Shot and goal there, and a great move there. I think had he had a better contact, that would have caught Grant, yes, in a very, very position where he would not be able to put his hand onto that one.
I mean, John getting this good shot. And as you said, had it been on goal, certainly would have been a situation where Avenues would have pulled one back. Such is not the case. It's a goal kick.
So it's going to be Sutherland on this one. He's moving forward, looking for some movement. Sutherland opens up, try to get that one to the middle there, finds Phillips. Phillips controls. Plays that one long ball over there, searching. The flag will go up now against Solomon. And it's going to be an offside call to a free kick there to be awarded to Avenues United team. So it's now with James. James giving himself a bit of room there, maybe getting a couple meters or so. It's now with James. He pumps that one downfield. Lovely lob pass. That headed away by the defense for System 3. It's now with number 11. Played that one too good. Nicely there. Found his man there in Hector, but that one went straight to goalkeeper Grant for System 3, who picks up and decided to kick that one high and hard in the air. He can drop in no man's land, but Karim Davis giving a good chase onto that one on his chest. Gets that one, but head deflected there by Westfield, and it goes into touch for a throwing to be awarded to System 3. So now System 3, it's James Grant has that one. He's twisting and turning. Forgets some support now from Karim Davis. He comes inside. Looking for some support still. Davis gets that one back to Grant. Grant control, but slipped in the process. Taken over there by Westfield, but it's now with Alonzo Butte. He controls, turns inside from James Bascom. Bascom controls. Phillips has a touch onto that one. He goes further across. He had a long road, a long track there, but found Davis and deflected there, and it goes out into touch for a corner kick, to be awarded to System 3. And we see James Grant going across there, bearing that big number 26 on his back. And we loaded a penalty area there. Albeit we have 4 defenders here for System 3 amongst 2 attackers, so it's now a Butte. Butte played that one across. Came off the head of one of the Avenues defenders there, but only to as far as Solomon. Solomon controls, gets past that player there. Slips, gets that one inside, and a goal there by Sutherland. What a goal. Is it Sutherland?
It is Sutherland. Javin Sutherland.
Javin Sutherland.
Nice work, of course, from Azina Solomon. He got around one and got the crossing at that far post, and diving header there from Javin Sutherland. Goal number 3, and of course the floodgates appear to be opening now, Roger.
Yes, indeed. The floodgates have been opened there, and if we would have been following the games quite recently there, Avenues, even though there you may see 1 or 2 good little players or good little play build-ups, they've really not been living up to what we know Avenues would have been in years gone by. So they're in the setup position now with 3 goals against them. It's now with Damal Francis. He tried to get that one, looking to find his teammate there, number 20, in John, but lost out to Bascom. Bascom controls now. He goes to the center to find his number 15 player there in Francis. Francis put that one across. Looked before there, but rubbed over there. It looks like Jack. Jack has changed his position. Now with Damal Francis, he takes that one away from Bascom. It's now with Jack trying to go to the center there. It's now with Hector. Hector put that one lovely ball today, but
offside.
Assistant says that number 20 in John for Avenues United is being called offside. So quickly retrieved there by Grant, looking to see how much goals they can score, as many goals they can score this evening. It's now with Bascom. Bascom moves up, finds Phillips. Phillips has a touch onto that one. First touch, quite nice. Finds Bascom. Bascom gets that one across, looking to find Alonzo Butte. A bit strong pass, but Butte was able to recover from a slight deflection. It's now with Butte. Butte tries to go forward, finds Davis. Davis controls, plays that one inside. Had a rally one there. It's now with Solomon once more. Solomon goes there. Goal number 4. Goal number 4.
Well, let's have a look at this one once again, as you cannot give Zeno Solomon any space, and that's a right footer. And I don't know, but Richard Hayes seems to love that left corner, and he's just giving up the right corner to.
Well, he's naturally left-footed, Richard, so he will make sure that he covers that end of the goal.
Well, given a lot of space, and it was like meat and drink there for Zeno Solomon. Goal number 4 in this, the 22nd minute. second for him this afternoon.
Yeah, he now has a brace. And here we go again. Play back to Nabal Francis. Let's see what happens. It's now being played across field to find his teammate. Play that one lofted there, but headed over there by. It's now with James Grant. Gets that one through, looking to find Phillips, but Phillips was in no way in possession for that one, and that one rolled into touch over the goal line for a goal kick to be awarded to Avenues United. Behind by 4-0 already in this first period of play. In the first encounter playing between System 3 and Avenues United. So it's bound to be played on to James, finds his man. James swipes, not the best of touches there, but being put into touch. So it's going to be a throw-in to System 3. All being played back to find Sutherland, the man who would have scored the third goal. He goes across field to find Bascom. Now has that. He twists and turns, plays that one back. Oh, good dummy play there. Back to Phillips. Let's see what happens there. Phillips trying to get a touch on now, and it slipped. And it's now played across field there. Finds Hector. Hector looking to get forward now. What he does, he plays that one outside to find number 20. In John controls, get that one across. A bit stretching there, but was able to take that one over. It's now with Francis for System 3. He plays that one out. Finds Karim Davis. Karim Davis on a trot. Let's see what happens. Oh, he got his man
to sit down.
To sit. And it's now with Zeno Solomon, who had a touch onto that one. Overran it a bit, but there was James ever present to put that one over the goal line for a corner kick to be awarded to System 3. But a good sit today.
That's a nice work. Nice work with Karim Davis. Sit into Westfield, have a seat. I'm about to walk past you.
In other circumstances, we might be saying genuflected. So it's now with Azino Solomon. It's not Grant this time. He was taking him from the left. It's now with Solomon. He's also left-footed predominantly, but would have scored 2 goals from his right leg. So much improvement. Ball comes across there by Solomon. Head goes up. Oh, and it looks like
Derby.
Sutherland is disappointed that he didn't put that one down. He had that one over the crossbar for a touch, for a corner kick. Now goal kick, sorry, to be awarded to the System 3. It's now with John. He controls, chooses to go back. Finds his left wing back. It's now with Jamal Francis. Tips to get it to James. That one has been played, not the best there. It's now with Phillips once more. Plays that one a bit overweighted, but nevertheless, it's now with Solomon. Solomon twists and turns, gets that one across. Goal in no man's land. And the assistant says an offside call there, maybe against Grant, as he advanced a bit too early, and it's going to be a free kick there to Avenues United. It's now with James. The referee says it is in the center, and not there. Luckily for James that the referee would have called that one back, otherwise it might have spelled even further danger there for the Avenues United team. So it's headed a big kick down there by goalkeeper for Avenues. It's a lovely ball being played today, but Grant has to go. He does. Oh my word! He pumped that one, making sure that it probably could have been done different, but
possibly. But he just made sure.
Just make sure that he covered all the tracks. So that one went into touch out of the perimeters of the field, and a quick one taken there by Westfield. Westfield finds Jack. Jack has gone further back now, playing more like a midfield position. It's now with number 19 for Avenues United. Now with Westfield played a good ball there, but robbed over there, but taken over there once more by Jack. Jack comes inside looking to find his man, but only to as far as Bascom. Bascom plays that one out to find Phillips. A lovely ball across field there to find Solomon. A good tackle coming there on the part of Bailey. And Bailey he went down and got back up. Maybe he would have hit the turf a bit too hard there, or maybe he would have pulled some hamstring. But he's limping it out. Shot taken there quickly by Phillips. Referee says that the foul showed that ball. Took that show if that fell off the field first, but it's now with Phillips. He goes across field. Gets a touch onto that one quickly. Find James Grant. Grant comes back out to find number 4 player for Avenues there. Durham gets that one forward looking for Bascom. Bascom beats back. Checks across. Doing a bit too much there, Bascom. Doing a bit too much there. He still has control nevertheless. Who did he find? He found Phillips a shot on goal there. Just while we saw Hayde going all arm's length out, but luckily for him that one was on its way out and it into touch for a goal kick to be awarded to Avenues United. And we see that player who got that stretch a little earlier on. He went down, but he's getting up now.
That's Bailey.
Bailey still limping, and if Avenues lose Bailey there now, he can be, Avenues team can be in some, would be in a spot about there, but Bailey chooses to go off field. Not sure what it is.
Just having a look at the bench for Avenues United. There isn't much on the bench. As a matter of fact, looking at the sheet that we have here,
there's none.
There's none, but we've seen 3 players on the bench for Avenues United. But play continues.
So it's now with James Grant. He controls. Gets that one across field. Yeah, a bit too high, and it went into touch. Phillips trying desperate to get that one back in, but it went into touch for a goal kick to be awarded to Avenues United. 4-0. Avenues leading in this first encounter of 3 to be played this afternoon. And it's with Richard Hayde, the lone goalkeeper, makeshift goalkeeper, to take that goal kick. He kicks that one long field just about mid-pitch. Headed away. It came after the back of John Dan. It's going to be a throw-in to System 3. So it's now with Durham. Durham takes that throw to find Phillips. It got past both players there. Phillips stretching forward, but reached in there by number 27 for us. Now, oh my word.
Number 5.
And number 5, James Bascom. Bascom the scorer.
Yes, Bascom the scorer. Well, some good work there by Phillips on the left side. And knocking it into the path of Bascom. Sight-footing it. And Richard Hayde trying to knock it out with his boot, but was not successful. Goal number 5 in 29 minutes. Certainly, Avenues United, they're under the gun.
Yes, and the System 3, they're having a ball. So it's System 3 leading 5-0 in just the 29th minute of play in this first encounter. And it's now with Avenues United participating in this Vincy Premier League. It's now pay back to lost again to Karim Davis. Derek Davis going forward. Davis still on the track there. Gets that one inside looking to find Solomon, but booted over there by Richard Hayde, avoiding the danger on this occasion. It's back to Francis now. It's that one across field looking to find Solomon, but he dummied that one. It's as far as Durham. Durham controls. Let's see what happens now. Now Durham goes up. Gets that one across field now into the hands of Richard Hayde, who you heard him crying out aloud, asking his players to get involved. But a whipper came there on the part of for System 3, and it went into Sutherland. It went into touch there. I think he was more or less trying to avoid a collision there, and it went into touch. So it's now with Jack. It is taking that one over the goal line, the touch line for another throw into System 3 unit.
Well, play continues now. That's Azina Solomon, and giving it up there to Francis. Youngster Hector with possession finds Jack. And good tackle coming in there from the big towering Derby. And here's Solomon, through ball now. This could be problems. Phillips with it. And he decides to come back. And for a moment I thought it was going to be an easy tapping. Whistle going.
Penalty.
And it's a penalty, yes. Handled ball apparently. Let's have a look at it. As that's off the hand of James. And immediate penalty there for System 3, and Phillips steps up.
But quite noticeable there, Anthony. It was a deliberate handling because you could see he extended his arms out and stopped the avoiding that goal, and he was not even given a card.
Certainly. Well, that's interesting.
So who's on that one? Phillips?
Shamron Phillips. And this the 31st minute to make it 6 possibly. It is number 6. For System 3, and let's have a look at it once again. Just taking a couple steps and going to the right of goalkeeper Richard Hayde, who just watches into that bottom corner, and Shamron Phillips, of course, from the penalty spot, now on the scorecard. So 6-0, and Avenues United, they're down to 10 men. If you have a look at the bench right now, you're seeing that the player in Bailey who's injured. He's there getting some assistance. There were 3 players seated there, but apparently there were players from the System 3 bench who went over there, Roger.
Yes,
So
because they're loaded with players.
certainly. And here comes Avenues trying to come forward, but it's not the way. Kareem Davis, who scored the 2nd goal of the game with possession. Ball forward now back to Davis. And the cross comes in, but it's straight there to goalkeeper Richard Hayde. And wasn't too difficult for him as he will probably go down the middle. Long searching ball looking there for John. But it's off the head of Durham. Now with Bascom. Bascom with possession goes past one. Still with it. And decides to take a one-timer. And it's off the back of Westfield. Running out there for Davis. And he just skips past Jack. Davis. Neatly. Well, he's looking to give James Grant the ball there, but good work by Daniel Francis. He read it very quickly indeed, and is now coming forward. Here's Hector with possession on the left side for Avenues United. They have not seen this real estate for quite a number of for quite a while. Found to be offside, and quickly taken free kick. That's Francis, Keith Francis. Bascom now with possession. Well, wasn't the best of touches, but Phillips cleaned it up for System 3. Lovely ball there to Durham. Has the space. Knocks it forward there to Zeno Solomon. And Solomon knocks it in, and coming in there was Phillips. Shamron Phillips diving for all he's worth, but just couldn't get a boot onto it. Had he gotten a little nick onto it, that might have been number 7. It's out of touch, and it's going to be a corner kick for System 3. So for the last 15 to 20 minutes thereabout, the play has certainly been in the half of the Avenues United team. They started well, had a couple chances, went to begging, and they've been made to pay, and paid very, very sternly by the System 3 team. Up by 6-0. Corner kick comes in now, and it's out there to Phillips. Scored the number 6 Phillips. Lining it up, and was looking there for Javin Sutherland. And if you notice, the likes of Javin Sutherland and Darby, they're not afraid to come forward, especially for these corner kicks for System 3.
Very much so, Anthony. Yeah, but I think even with that one, had Phillips gone to that far corner, he would have scored. Because Hayde was right in the center, and as you say, more like an anchor, could not have moved.
There is, knocked out of touch. I believe it came off the boot of an Avenues United player. And throw in taken there by Captain Butte. System 3 coming forward now with Kareem Davis. Davis in there to Grant. Closely marked by Bailey, who's back in play. And comes back out there to Francis. Kevin Francis. Ball again knocked away by Bailey. So he's had some attention on the bench. As a matter of fact, he was assisted by the physio of System 3. This one comes in off the boot of Zeno Solomon, and lucky I was not number 7. So Avenues United is certainly being dealt with here very sternly, as if they've been rebuked by the System 3 team. As Richard Hayde floats it upfield, looking there for Hector, but Butte is there first. Finds Francis to Davis, into the middle and out to Bascom. Bascom choosing to go down the right side. Finds his captain in Butte. Butte skips past the player. No, as a matter of fact, loses his footing. No whistle. And Bailey fighting for all his worth. Could only get it upfield as the wind picks up here at the Brighton Technical Center. There's Butte battling for possession there with Davis. Finds now Bascom. Ball into the path there of Zeno Solomon, but he's offside. Flag was up very quickly indeed. Quickly taken free kick. Finds John, but it's going to go out of touch. And a throw will result there for Avenues United. So let's see what they can make of this. They've been defending for quite a while. And John now with ball in hand to take this throw in. finds Laborde. But given up. Here's Bascom. Well, Damal Francis battling for possession. Picked up in the middle there by Grant. And Francis knocking it back to his captain, Butte, who knocks it upfield. Searching ball. Finds Kareem Davis. Davis floats it forward. And a good header coming in there from Bailey. Had he missed that one, certainly Zeno Solomon would have been latching on to that. But here's Butte once again for System 3. Davis now has a defender with him. And still with it, Davis. As if he's teasing the player down that right side. Gets the cross in, and James is there to knock it out. And Richard Hayde just snatching it away from the grasp of Zeno Solomon. But Francis again. And they keep, there's a consistent thing that is happening. I don't know if you notice it. They just keep losing that ball in the midfield. Here's Phillips, the workhorse. He really puts in a lot of work. And unfortunately giving that one up. Damon Francis picks it up. And the battlefront. There is Dave, Phillips once again. He, as I said, he, well, gets a yellow card, but I think it was a little unfortunate. Wasn't intentional. Ended on the back of Damal Francis. It was more of his, in his zeal to get possession. And I don't think it was any ill intent on his part, but the referee certainly is the one who makes the decision. Laborde now with possession for Avenues. Comes back out there now to James. And Avenue still with it. Ball knocked forward. John on the right side. Can he catch it? Yes, he does. But he's closely marked there by, it looks like Sutherland. No, that's not Sutherland.
Durham?
That's Durham, yes. And another throw-in to Avenues United in this, the 39th minute. They're down by 6-0. As John takes the throw-in off the head of Javin Sutherland. Corner kick is going to result. So getting a little bit of respite, this Avenues United team. They've been made to work and work very hard. And made to pay, as a matter of fact, as Hector to take the corner kick. Floats it in at the top of the 18. And it looks as if it's Jack was out there. Gets into the middle now to James. Takes a shot. Comes off the defense. And Shamron Phillips, Mr. Energy, surging forward now for System 3. Finds Zeno Solomon. Solomon, nice little ball into the path of Phillips. And nice little flip back, as a matter of fact. Oh! And this is going to be, oh, well, in the end, good work there from Richard Hayde. But some nice touches. Phillips and Zeno Solomon, also Kareem Davis. And the defense was really left at sea, so to speak.
Yes, Anthony, that was like a soccer party they were having there. Really having fun there with the players there for Avenues United.
We have to give it to Richard Hayde. He read it and, of course, averted what could have possibly been goal number 7. Shamron Phillips with Jack. And gets it in. And off the boot of Kareem Davis, but he found the arms there of Richard Hayde. Ball upfield now. Onto the head of the big derby. Comes there now to Bascom. Finds Keith Francis. Francis there to Grant. And you see now they're building up this ball. Through ball. Zeno Solomon is latching onto it. And the cross comes in. He was looking there for Grant, but a little overweighted. And in the end, picked up there now by Kareem Davis. He takes a one-timer over the crossbar, high and wide. And goal kick will result now for Avenues United in this, the 41st minute.
Yes, and the sun has come out in its glory, notwithstanding to the southeast of us. It's still shaded with a bit of cloud.
Yes, but it's looking lovely here this afternoon, now that the sun is out. And if you look in certain areas, especially off-field, you can see the brown patches.
Yep.
But I believe work is ongoing, certainly to ensure that the playing surface is kept nicely. Here is Bascom picking that one up. Leaves it there now for Grant. Grant rolls it. Oh, he was looking to roll it into the left-hand corner again. Richard Hayde was just flat-footed. He was grounded. And had that been on target, it would have been number 7.
Yes, Anthony. That Richard was is like, as we say in church, the anchor holds.
So,
But very, very luckily for him, as you said, even as it wasn't with any pace, just a gentle touch, but I say ill-directed.
ill-directed.
Otherwise, that would have been goal number 7.
Well said. So, Haid looking a little dejected. You're 6 goals down. And this is the 42nd minute. And we'll take that goal kick now for Avenues United.
Anthony, you think if Avenues goes off the field, do you think they'll return?
Well, they ought to in the spirit of the game.
Most definitely.
Ball in the middle now. And picked up there by Kevin Francis. Francis losing possession, but it's back with Bascom. And there's that midfield. They're certainly losing a lot of balls in the midfield at Avenues United. Here's Hector picking up a free ball now. And searching one was looking there for Jack. But in the end, well, off the boot of Westfield. No, it's not Westfield. It's actually
Davis.
Caprini Davis. But good work by the goalkeeper in Grant, Dennis Grant. And corner kick resulting there. So a nice little build-up for this Avenues United team. And they've shown in spurts that they do have the ability, they do have the skill.
They do, most definitely.
There's no question with regards to that, but in terms of sustaining at play, always a problem. None of the way now by Sutherland. Finds what looks like Jack to Damal Francis. But again, giving up. And Bascom with it. Drives it upfield. Searching ball. Looking for Zeno Solomon. This can be a problem. This could be number 7. Solomon still with it. And in the end, he was looking to flick it back there to Phillips. But should have done better, Solomon.
But Anthony, had Solomon trying to play hero, had he gone down, he was fouled.
Correct. Good observation, I should say. Grant now picks it up and rolls it out to Sutherland. Finds Bascom. Westfield is there, and he gives it up to what looks like John. Still with it. And was looking for Hector, overweighted, out of touch. Goal kick with
and
result.
John should have been pulling a shot there. You could have heard his players saying, take a shot, because he was in that position where he actually could have done, but failed to do, and overweighted pass into touch.
And of course, goal kick will now be taken by Dennis Grant. Sutherland now with possession. Jappin Sutherland finds Kevin Francis. Francis, lean, lanky player. Into the middle now to Grant. Was looking for Davis, but not the best of passes and intercepted by the Avenues team. Picked up nonetheless by Butte, and again they're losing that ball in the midfield. Davis now on the right side. And he's motoring past the defender, and in the end, bobbled it. And fell nicely there for Richard Haid. But a decent move there by System 3 as Westfield picks it up now for Avenues United. Francis battling for possession there with Durham. Durham finds it, knocks it back to Derby. To Kareem Davis. Davis into the middle now to Grant. Back to Davis. And they're really knocking it around, System 3. Grant again with possession. Rolls it into the path of Kevin Francis. Francis to Zeno Solomon, but he was looking to turn one time, but unable to do so. And in the end, it's into the path of goalkeeper Richard Haid. So Haid buying some time into the 40. Well, there's 1 minute added, so we're into extra time. As here comes Hector, looking there for Jack, but it's out of touch, and throw-in will result.
But Anthony, I'm observing Hector, some of your very young players here in Phillips, Hector and Jack. They seem to be very good players for the future.
Certainly, I agree with that 100%. As Sutherland finds Derby in the middle now, forces down the right side off the chest of Kevin Francis. Good work there by Francis. And Phillips all over the field. Nice lovely ball through the middle. Solomon is onto it. This could be number 7 and well saved and off the boot now of
James
Grant. Goal number 7 coming in this 45th minute. Shot taken there by Zeno Solomon, parried away, and all Grant had to do was just to tap it in. Number 7, and it's 7-0 in favor of System 3. So really and truly getting a thumping here this afternoon. Avenues United. As the sun is out and all is glory, the heat is up and the heat is definitely on to Avenues.
And Anthony, as we would have observed, while we see that Avenues is not playing that badly, but they keep losing all the balls right on the spine, and once you lose it down there, that's it.
That's it. That's it. Well, that's the whistle to signal it's the end of the first 45 minutes. Of course, I believe Avenues United, they'll be happy to ensure of the fact that they now have an opportunity to go and sit and look at things and see how best they can come back in the second half. We come back in 15 minutes to bring to you, of course, the continuation of this game. Well, we're back with you here at the Brighton Technical Centre as we are about to have the start of this, the second half. And already we see some changes being made for System 3. Kareem Davis, who scored the second goal, is certainly out. He's going to be replaced by Jaheim Bailey. Coming out also is Grant being replaced by Zibian Cunningham. And Shamron Phillips rested. Coming in is number 17, Gabriel Jackson. We see the officials making their way into the middle. And the Avenues United team, they're also making their way in. System 3 already, of course, there and quite ready. And it's a 7-0 deficit, a huge mountain to climb. This is not an Everest. It's somewhere in outer space. That's what it appears to be this afternoon for Avenues United. So we have the lone striker for System 3 and Azino Solomon. Finds Bascom there to now his captain Butte. Went back in defense there to Darby. And Darby now to Sutherland. So early in the exchanges in this, the second half. Ball down the right side. And it's Durham. Forced out of touch. And it's going to be a corner kick it is. Appears to be a corner kick. Going over this Gabriel Jackson. Well, he leaves it for Bascom. As it appears as if we have a bit of a drizzle that is taking place. So Denzel Bascom now with this corner kick and nodded away, not downwards there off the head of John. And drizzle picks up, the sun is out. And it says when in this instance Devlin's wife fighting for a pot spoon, something like that.
Hambone.
Westfield picking it up now for Avenues United, but it's back to System 3. Ball floated across the 18 there now to Azino Solomon. Solomon gets past one, flicks it on. He's looking there for Sutherland, but it comes back out now. Cross comes in and tapped in gently. As a matter of fact, should have done much better than Jaheim Bailey. But ball is now in the System 3 half. Goes right back to goalkeeper Dennis Grant. Getting his first touch in this, the second half. Finds what looks like Durham. Durham now to Sutherland. And goes into the middle there to player now takes a one-timer and into the path of Richard Hayde. That was Zibian Cunningham. Hayde pulls it out now. Finds Laborde. And one of the players missing here this afternoon for Avenues United is Byron.
Yes, indeed. Yes, Byron.
Yes, he's a definite workhorse. But here's Javin Sutherland. Long searching ball onto the head of Westfield. And picking it up is Cunningham. Zibian Cunningham was weaving his way through the defense. And they're not much done, but James picks it up now for Avenues United. Good work there by James. Forward there to Damal Francis. Francis into the path of John, and quickly off the line there's Grant knocking it upfield. But it's immediately back into the half of Avenues United. Damal Francis throws it forward. The young player there in Davis takes a shot and just wide. So
yes, a good attempt there on part of Davis for Avenues.
Certainly. And he's not in the picture, but he's holding his head. And Sutherland decides to hang on to it, floats it forward. Intercepted there by, looks like Laborde. But there is Jackson to pick it up for System 3. Finds Bascom. Back to Jackson, overweighted. Out of touch, just in front of the Vincy Soccer Premier League Brandon Board. And throw quickly taken now. Here's James. Couldn't keep that one in. And throw in now will result for System 3. They have a 7-goal lead. 7-0. Of course, Azina Solomon with a brace. And you have the likes of Kareem Davis, who's been substituted. But here's Jack. Gets around the keeper, but Butte was there. And Grant was off his line. And beaten there by Jack, but Butte was there to clean it up. Good work by Davis. Knocks it into the path of Hector. Takes a shot. Oh, that's high. That's wide. That's harmless. That's a goal kick.
Not a bad start for Avenues. They had at least 2 chances there where they could have at least scored 2, pull back 2 goals, but it wasn't to be.
Well, good start, as you said, yes, for Avenues United in this second half. They certainly had 7 in the first as attempted to control by Jaheim Bailey. But it's back with Bailey of Avenues United. The Jack, who's looking to flick it on, but looks like Kevin Francis who picks it up, looking there for Jackson, cut out by Avenues, but Cunningham gets the ball into the path of Fazino Solomon, nodded it forward, but Richard Hayde is off his line, and quickly bowls out to the right side, intercepted there now by Durham. Durham with a one-time shot, it's wide into the side netting, as a matter of fact, as we see it's not on the screen, but Virgin Atlantic, huge jet, making its way into the Argyle International Airport. It's certainly a beauty to behold as James floats this one downfield. Javin Sutherland is there, just simply nods it back to goalkeeper Dennis Grant. And long throw there now to Durham, I should say. Leaves it for Kevin Francis. System 3, well, had the control but given up there by Francis. Derby now knocks it upfield. Good ball there to Bascom. But here comes Bailey, who's certainly been a hard worker in defense for Avenues United. Got a bit of an injury, had to go off and get some attention, but he's back and certainly, of course, putting in the hard work despite the fact his team is down 7-0. So throw now to be taken by Bascom, or is it Butte? Butte is going to take the throw in for System 3. To Bascom. Back to Butte. Floats it across the top of the 18, nodded away. Azina Solomon was there lurking and waiting. But in the end, it's cleared by the Avenues United defense as far as Javin Sutherland. And he finds Cunningham. Over now to Durham. Durham still with it, choosing to go back to Sutherland and giving it up now to the young player Hector. Lovely ball on the left side. Jack has some space. This could, well, the defense is quickly back and he lost some ground there, Jack, but he's still with it. Jack, and now into the part of Westfield. Who takes, that's actually John, floated across and off the head of Hector, but Grant was there, well placed, and bolted quickly out to Jaheim Bailey. Here comes Bailey. Ball floated forward, all looking there for Zena Solomon, but James is going to get there first. And goalkeeper Hayde knocking it upfield. But System 3 just look a little, maybe just a little too relaxed as Westfield forces this one into the middle. Dispossessed there by Derby. Finds Jabari Cunningham to Bascom. Bascom, lovely ball into the path of Azina Solomon, who has Bailey with him. Solomon, cross comes in, and well, that's number 8. It was easy off the boots of Jabari Cunningham. Goal number 8 there as we have a look at it once again. Cross off the boot of Solomon and just knocked in past goalkeeper Richard Hayde. Goal number 8 in this, the 54th minute of the boot of Zibian. I said Jabari. Zibian Cunningham.
Yes, I was about to make the point. I've looked at Zibian since he came in there, and he has been ever present in that midfield there, making some good plays, and only got justice for his movement.
Jamal Francis now knocks it upfield, cut out there by Kevin Francis. And both players from the Pauls Avenue area, both of them represented at the national level. And well, he's offside, Bailey. Jaheim Bailey. A little too quick there. Nice looping pass nonetheless. And is that the kick? Well, no. Referee just asking for the ball to be spotted. And Zarani Bailey leaves it for James. Boots it upfield. Into the path of Amani John. John is looking to get around Derby. And in the end, it's picked up there by Jackson for System 3 on the left side. Skips past James. Jackson has 1 to 3 yellow shirts ahead of him. Puts it into the path. Was looking there for Zeno Solomon, but it's knocked away by the hard work of Bailey. Finds James there, but he's dispossessed by Durham. Durham gets around James now. Bascom, I should say. And shot comes in. And well, in the end, cleared by the defense. And Butte picking it up now for System 3. Knocking it back to Derby. Bulky player indeed, but he's done a lot in defense for System 3 now. Here's Butte on the right side with some space. Cross comes in. A little overweighted. And there is Jackson trying to keep it in. All is worth, but a goal kick will result, of course, for Avenues United. So they're down by 8 goals to 0. And the same manner in which they started in the first half. They had the better the exchanges early in the game, Avenues United. But, of course, System 3, through Hazino Solomon, was able to score in the 8th minute. And since then, of course, it's been a constant situation where the goals just keep adding up. Ball on the right side, it's out of touch. John picking it up as Avenues will have another throw-in. As a matter of fact, he leaves it there for Laborde. And off the head of Hector. Davis is there, but so too is Derby. And Francis picks it up, knocks it into the path of Laborde. Return ball to Francis. Laborde gets a cross in. And there's a towering figure of Derby. And in the end, Davis was there. Had yet another opportunity. That's his second opportunity in the second half. And muffed the shot, easy taken there for Grant. Here comes Kevin Francis. Ball down the left side now to Jackson. Jackson looking to get around Bailey. Cross comes in across the face of the goal. And that's a goal kick for Avenues United. So quick counter-attack there from the System 3 team. But cross certainly overweighted there from Jackson.
But just before that, Andy, we see Davis for Avenues had 2 chances in one go, basically. And had he scored that, the confidence might have been lifted a bit more. But they still have to fight and not doing too bad thus far.
Here is Jack. Finds Westfield. As the battle is with Bailey. Flag is up. Certainly definite foul on the part of Jaheim Bailey. Pushing in the back of Jack. And Westfield is going to take this free kick for Avenues United in this 58th minute. They're down by 8 goals to 0. Floated upfield, but Sutherland is there. Ball now with Cunningham. Finds Kevin Francis. Francis, nice ball in the path of Jackson. He's racing for all his worth. Let's see. Couldn't keep it in. And a throw in there to Avenues United. James flicks it on to Damal Francis. Into the path of Laborde on the right side. And you have to give them kudos, Avenues United. They've had their patches where they've strung a couple passes together, and they've looked good, you know, here and there. But it's the consistency that is lacking.
Most definitely.
Here is Laborde now to take the throw in. finds John, closely marked by Sutton, it looks like, into the path of Bascom. Bascom with it. Through ball there, was looking for Bailey, but I don't know why he pulled up. Nonetheless, ball is at Jack of Avenues United. Can't get around Captain Butte of System 3. Butte bringing it forward. And Bailey again, for some reason, pulling his forward momentum up. Ball knocked forward, and here's Young Davis offside. And much to his disappointment, as the flag was immediately up, thwarting whatever opportunity there was in place for Avenues United. Darby finds Bascom. Nice little flick on there to Bailey, Jaheim Bailey. Bailey closely marked by Westfield. Let's see if he can get around him. Still has possession. And finds Cunningham, who scored goal number 8. Cunningham knocks it across there to Jackson, but ruled to be offside. And it's going to be yet another free kick. Quickly taken now by Francis. Finds Hector. Hector to, looks like the young Small, Caden Small, who now is going to have that throw in for Avenues United. Back to Westfield. To Small. Nice work there by Small. I was looking to give the return ball there to Jack, but Derby picks it up for System 3 and floats it downfield onto the head of Westfield. All floated forward now, and well, both of players are ruled to be offside there. Roger.
Yes, we see Solomon really want to get his hat trick there and getting a bit too far forward and being judged offside. Just now Westfield moves forward for Avenues. Good left foot on that one, looking to find John, but equally to task is goalkeeper Grant for System 3 and move that one out to Francis. Francis plays that one wide to find Bailey, who has taken a switch for System 3 with Jackson. It's now with Bascom. Bascom plays a lovely ball through there to Bailey. Bailey goes forward, he checks, comes back, looking to have a shot, plays at the cross to find Solomon. Solomon looking for his hat trick. That deflected off Westfield, who was in path, and it deflected and goes into touch for a corner kick to be awarded to System 3 unit, leading 8-0 in this first encounter at the Brighton facility in the Vincy Premier League 2026. So it's gonna be Francis to take this one. Kevin Francis, that is, for System 3. We have Damal Francis for Avenues, but it's Kevin Francis, System 3. Goes in high and hard there. Referee says to wait, and it's gonna be a retake. See referee rolling his arm. Not sure what the signal is, but it's gonna be a retake nevertheless. It's gonna be a corner kick there to System 3. We see Bascom going looking for a short one, but Francis comes across again. Kicks one. Cleared away there by James, who went as far as Hector. Hector tries to get that one on, but missing and kicking and missing. Hector takes that one over, looking to find his teammates now. Finds John, but John has that one. He puts that one forward, trying to find Bascom. Not Bascom, but Westfield, and it goes straight to Lonzo Butte. It's now with Cunningham. Cunningham plays that one out to find Jackson. Jackson takes that one quite nicely. He goes inside looking to find someone, plays that one into the path of Jackson, that is Bascom. Robbed over there by Damal Francis. He plays that one, a bit overweighted pass there, and into touch for a throwing Jack. Could not have gotten onto that one. And it's going to be throwing to System 3. So Jack, a very young guy, but very prolific. Strong, not afraid to tackle anyone, not to challenge anyone in his pursuit. So now throwing there to find between Bascom, Jackson actually, and Cunningham. But it's now with James. James plays that one back to goalkeeper who hustled that one, but was lucky to find nevertheless Francis, that's Damal Francis, and he plays that one overweighted, went straight back to goalkeeper Grant. It's now with Westfield. He takes that, not Westfield, but it's now with Francis plays that one down line. Looking to find Bailey, but Solomon takes that one over. Let's see what happens here now. Solomon comes across. Goal there and another goal there. Brace now once more there by Cunningham. Cunningham just coming on and scoring that one in the 64th minute. And a good goal there by Cunningham. Scoring that goal 10 minutes apart.
Yes.
So that's goal number 9.
Number 9.
Goal number 9 for System 3. Leading Avenues 9 goals to 0 in this Premier Division Vincy Premier League. That one, Davis plays that one back to find the number 3 player there for Avenues. Plays that one across, looking to find, intercepted there. It's now on to Sutherland, Javin Sutherland. He finds Dave, a lovely one to try to get that one. Chutu looking to find Sam Bass come through, but it wasn't to be. It's now with Damal Francis, aka Ratti. Has that one, plays that one down, finds Jack. Jack in a strong tackle, winning that one, but gets it to Westfield, but lofted ball, don't play down field. The chase goes there by Davis, but turning there is the defender for System 3. And the tosser coming out with Bascom. This can be dangerous. Bailey goes downfield now. Solomon was going there, but Bailey gets there first. Bailey still has a touch to that one, but it deflected, and the referee says it's going to be a goal kick off Bailey. So it's 9 goals to 0. System 3 leading over Avenues, and the wind has picked up once more. It's now with James for Avenues, looking for to send that searching ball, looking for. It's now to John, but John has been dispossessed there. Referee says it's foul against number 4 player for Avenues for System 3 in Durham. Climbing on the back there of John for Avenues. It's going to be a free kick to Avenues United team. We see stepping back there. It's Hector, not having a good game this evening. But he seemed to be the free kick specialist for Avenues. Lovely lofted ball there, taken up. Oh, it was taken offside. Up there by offside by John, but the referee says he's been adjudged offside. So it's now with Durham. Durham finds Francis. Francis plays that one down to find Bascom. Bascom sends Solomon on. Solomon has been adjudged offside, looking a bit too desperate on that occasion. Solomon looking to get his hat trick, and it's now cleared away there by Jack for System 3. It's now with Sutherland. Sutherland plays that one down to Bascom. Bascom plays that one a flick onto Solomon. Solomon tries to get that one in. It came off the referee. It's going to be a drop ball in favor of System 3. The rules has changed up so much that if the ball came off the referee in the past, it's still a part of the play.
Exactly.
But it's now changed, so it's a left the ball played over there to find Bascom. Bascom now controls. Just done turning, a bit relaxed nevertheless. Plays that one back to find Francis. Francis plays down to Solomon. Solomon back to. And goal number, it's with Sutherland. Javin Sutherland scoring his second. Is it?
It is Javin Sutherland.
Javin Sutherland scoring that one in the 68 minutes of play. Just now 10 goals to 0. System 3 leading over Avenues United. And mixed evening as well. We had some rain prior to the start. Then there was a bit of sunshine, and now we are back into a drizzle, light drizzle.
Definitely.
It's now Damal Francis, the man moving on the middle for Avenues United. It's now with number 3 player. He twists and turns. He's going to lose it. Plays that one back to find his teammate, but back to James. A bit short to he was able to work his way out. Got past Jackson. It's now with number 3 player for Avenues. Plays that one down line to find Westfield. Back to number 3 player again once more. It's now to Hector. Hector tried to find Francis, but only to as far as Butte. Butte plays that one over to looking to find Bascom. But a clearance coming there on the part of number 3 player for Avenues. A bit mix up there. Jackson got a block onto that one. Solomon goes now. Because that one inside. That is in Solomon looking to find Bailey. He collects and plays that one inside now. Woo! We see Solomon tries hard, desperate there. Solomon still has control. Oh,
he really tried there,
yes.
Solomon.
Solomon had 3 attempts there, and we see that player for Avenues is now down once more. This can be the end of him.
That's
the number 19 player, Bailey. He has pulled up once more. He saw that early in the 4th period of play, and he's back on his feet now, and he's limping off. So this can spell further disaster, because Bailey, the way he's moving this at this moment, assisted by the referee there,
very gingerly.
It doesn't look as if he can make his way back on. Maybe he has to depend on the physio day now for Avenues, for System 3 to give him some assistance.
So they're down to 10 men, Avenues United, and they're down 10 goals to 0.
But Anthony, I'm seeing a number 3.
It's actually small.
Yes.
Caden Small.
Caden Small, but
yes.
he's not on the list.
Yes.
So it's now with Solomon. Solomon tries there and beat it.
That's his hat trick.
So Solomon now has a hat trick. He may be substituted, I think. So Solomon goes with a hat trick there. Head
again, flat-footed.
Flat-footed, yes. As the anchor hold there for Head this time. This is the number 11 goal there. Number 11 goals there for System 3. Really having a field day against Avenues United. And what an evening for System 3, an eventful evening.
Well, you see there's going to be some substitutions for System 3. Number 27 in Bascom is coming out. 23 in Aiden Solomon will come in. So Bascom is out, Solomon is in. And we're just awaiting for the other, number 11. Yes, Azina Solomon now being substituted, being given a rest. And will be replaced by Zeshawn Bailey.
So play has resumed. It's now with Avenues United. Hector to Francis. Francis, love the ball play today, but held over there by the defense. It's taken over there, and a block comes down there. Trying to twist and turn there, but doing too much of that part. Maybe just trying to gain some independent confidence there. So it's now with Bailey. He goes down for System 3, checks, gets past his man there. Gets that one inside, looking to find Jackson. Jackson now was overweighted. He was able to keep it in play nevertheless. Jackson goes around. Can he keep it in? Yes, he does. Jackson holds that one up, plays that one back to find the youngster who came in. He tries again, but clear there, not too far. Another shot there, and good save there by Richard Hayde at that occasion. We saw Cunningham trying to get his hat trick. It was really on target, but the outstretched hand there of Richard Hayde, at this time flying to his right side.
It was a good save by Richard Hayde.
Yes, so it's System 3 leading 11 goals to 0 in this Vincy Premier League being played here at the Brighton facility. And the first of 3 encounters here for the evening. And it's now with the youngster Solomon, who just came in. Let's see, and a good build for youngsters for System 3.
Certainly.
So Solomon, high in the air, head over there. Sutherland trying to get that one back in, but it went into touch over the goal line for a goal kick to be awarded to Avenues United. And we see already we have 2 players with a brace. And in Zebran Cunningham, he came in and got the last 2 big goals.
And
Javin Sutherland, who has been moving from defense to forward in quick succession. Very strong lad, good pace. You know, he's back there again after taking that shot. It's now with Cunningham. Cunningham looking to go forward. Let's see. Plays that one. Try to get that one on line to find Bailey, but it's back to Bailey now from Francis. Bailey plays that one back to find Durham. Durham controls. Plays that one inside to find Sutherland. Solomon, he got one across. Then a good play by the youngster. Finds Alonzo Butte, skipper. Butte gets that one wrong there. Looking for somebody. Oncoming Bailey. It's in the air. And taken there quite easily by Richard Hayde for Avenues United. It's now with John. John looks, try to get that one in. It deflects. Referee says play now with Francis. Francis plays that one forward to his right. Finds his teammate. He's trying to move forward in order to see what happens. He checks back, finds Francis. Damal Francis plays that one wide, looking to find John. Go take on the part of John. John twists and turn there. He goes to the deck. Referee says a foul against Durham, right on the edge of the 18. It would appear. And Avenue's inching a bit closer to that goal. But very quickly we see Grant, goalkeeper, Dennis Grant for System 3, trying to have his wall being set quite early. He's going to have, it looks like a 4-man wall. So he's making sure that his tracks are being covered. And behind that one is Damal Francis. Let's see if he can put a special on this one. So whistle is going to be sung very shortly. Francis plays that one over. Oh, and Francis scores!
Gem.
Francis scored a gem of a goal there in the 75th minute of play. Goal kick there by Francis, beating Grant. All ends up in the far corner, that is away from him. He was more or less standing on the far side of the game and of the field, and it's a good goal there by Damal Francis. Good free kick. So Francis scores that one.
Yes, 11-1, and Kevin Francis now goes to his left at System 3. We had 7 in the first, 4 in the second. Of course, you just saw the lone response there from Avenues United, from their captain. Well taken free kick there from Damal Francis. Here is Solomon. The Bailey, Jaheim Bailey with the shot, and muffed it a bit. Rolled harmlessly into the arms of goalkeeper Richard Hayde. So, Avenues United still under the gun as Aidan Solomon with possession, and held it up a little too much. Lost possession there to John. John floating out onto the left side, looking there for Jack, but Beauty's there, closely marked. And the youngster not giving up in Solomon, but Beauty's still there. Whistle going, an Indian infringement on the part of the Avenues player. Free kick to be taken. So, windy conditions, you're hearing it through our microphones as Bailey, Jaheim Bailey, 1, 2, 3, still with it. Gets past, well, 3 of them, but
that was actually Jackson.
Yes, knocked away. Here is Derby. Finds Jackson once again. Left it for Butte to Jackson. But good work there by Westfield. Finds Jack now for Avenues United. Chooses to go into the middle. Closely marked by Cunningham. Finds his captain. First touch was not the best, but he recovered just in time, Damal Francis. And this is the ball on the far side. And ruled to have fouled Bailey in the process. Free kick now to
and the yellow card being issued to 27.
Rightfully so. So the board getting himself a yellow card. Of course, Avenues United, they're down to 10 men based on the fact that there's absolutely no substitute available, and certainly a situation that is, for me, quite untenable as a Premier Division team. I can't see a situation that you don't have at least, 4 or 5 substitutes on the bench. Here's a free kick now taken by Durham, knocked away by James, and Jack to Francis now to John. But there's the big burly figure of Derby, finds Kevin Francis for System 3, choosing to go back to Derby, couldn't keep it in, and quickly taken through now to Hector. Gets the return ball. Still with it. Finds Caden Small, who's had a fairly good game in defense. Small to Davis. Nice return ball, but Butte is there, ever present for System 3, and knocking it out of touch for a throw-in. This is the 79th minute. 11 more minutes remaining, plus that extra time. And System 3 leading by 11 goals to 1. Of course, a 10-goal deficit as Khalik Westfield now with a throw-in. Finds what looks like Hector. Comes back out to Small. But it's picked up there by Zibian Cunningham. Finds
Bailey.
Bailey now leaves it now for Francis. Kevin Francis knocking it through there to Jaheim Bailey. Bailey was looking there for Jackson, but it's cut out by the defense for Avenues United. There's Damal Francis now picking it up. Ball into the middle there to Jack. He had to lunge, stretch, and unfortunately giving it up now. Here comes Cunningham with a long range effort, and saved there by goalkeeper Head, knocking it away. Probably a better goalkeeper might have caught that one, but Head choosing to just punch it away. And it's going to be a corner kick, of course, to System 3 with a scoreline of 11-1, and they're certainly taking their time with regards to taking this corner kick. Zishan Bailey just throwing it over to the corner flag. Looks as if it's Aidan Solomon who is going to take this corner kick. Of course, Azina Solomon, hat-trick for the evening, and he had, what, 2 or 3 assists, if my memory serves me right.
Yes, I'm out there, out.
Here's Aidan Solomon with the corner kick, and
really testing Head on that occasion.
It's knocked away, and I believe it's yet another corner kick for System 3. So, Aidan Solomon, one of the youngsters that has come through the ranks for the System 3 team. And when you mention System 3, you have to mention Ian Sardine. Here is Solomon with the free kick, with the corner kick, sorry, punched away by Head. Out to the path of John, finds Damal Francis. Francis doing well, hanging on to possession, and was looking there for Caden Small. It's off the back of the defender, and Cunningham with a one shot, and that's wide. Absolutely no problem there for Richard Head. Taking his time. Head into the 81st minute. After this one, of course, Chelsea will be taking on Besco Pashas. Game is slated to begin at 6 p.m. this evening. Ball knocked upfield now. Hector's there, but so is Javin Sutherland, who's had 2 goals this afternoon. And a battle in the middle there for possession. Picked up by Damal Francis to Small. Small has Butte with him. And intercepted. Gets the return ball now. Butte, the captain of System 3 on the right side. Crosses into Cunningham. Back to Butte. Has some space, Butte. And still with it. Comes back out. And, well, Cunningham, possibility there for his hat-trick. Muffed it a bit. Went out of touch. Goal kick resulting.
Yes, and a great move once more again by System 3. Really building on that pathway that they would have launched out on here this evening. And this is as a match practice for them.
Well, you can certainly say that. And they've certainly performed well here this afternoon with an 11-1 lead. As this one has been knocked right into a commentary position. It's going to be a throw-in to System 3. To be taken by the captain, Alonso Butte. To Cunningham. Gets the return ball. Was looking to get Gabriel Jackson going there, but knocked away by Avenues United. He can't pick that one up, but he finds James. Boots it upfield. And there's a youngster Jack and the Indian. Got to work by Kevin Francis. Just knocking it away, bringing his goalkeeper Dennis Grant into the game. Things have been fairly quiet on this side of the field for a fair while. Of course, we had that well-taken free kick by Damal Francis to pull one back for Avenues United as Sutherland was looking there for Bailey, Jaheim Bailey. Doing well, Bailey. Had the defender with him, but fended it off and maintains possession for System 3. Gets the return ball, finds Sutherland in defense. Javin Sutherland to Francis, and he's giving it up, Francis. Of course, Francis, former Avenues United player, maybe up to some 2 or 3 years ago. He was all part of this Avenues United outfit, but nice ball to the right side there now to Butte. Has some space, Butte. Jackson's in the middle, and it's off Westfield, but into the path of Head. And he immediately bowls out his captain in Damal Francis. Francis down the left side in out to Small. And the Small with some space now. Cross comes in. Oh, it's a poor cross. And there's Dennis Grant just mimicking a save. But there's really some poor work on the path of the youngster. Quite unfortunate because he had the time, he had the space, and his execution was not the best. So here's Grant now with the goal kick down the middle there, off the head of Aidan Cunningham, into the path of James for Avenues United. James, good ball there to Hector. Hector has Davis, and let's see what Davis can make of this one. Sutton is quickly back, shot is taken over the crossbar, and he's had his chances this afternoon, Davis, but on all three occasions he's muffed them.
Yes, he should have been having a hat-trick.
Well,
but that's not to be.
So, goal kick yet again to system 3, Grant. It's with Kevin Francis. In the middle there to Aidan Solomon. And losing possession, but it's back into the path of Zidian Cunningham. Finds Butte to Jackson. Gives it back to his captain. And now pushes it into the middle. So, nice little exchange on the part of system 3. Francis is there nonetheless. Kevin Francis pushing it into the middle. Cunningham. Well, it came off the line just in time and averted the danger there for Avenues United. Francis floats this one forward. There's John with some space on the right side. I mean, John has Hector in the middle. Cross comes in, well, knocked away there by, it looks like Durham. It is, yes, Durham. And corner kick will result for Avenues United in this, the 86th minute. Quite windy conditions as the kick is taken short. Cross comes in now off the head of Hector, but he can only find Sutherland, who boots it upfield. Jackson's off, looking to gain possession, but Laborde is there first, knocking it out of the facility, out of the park, and a throw-in will result. So here's Kevin Francis. Then out to Cunningham. Finds Jaheim Bailey. And searching ball there in the path of Jackson. First touch was not the best, but still has possession nonetheless. Knocking it back there to Aidan Solomon. Solomon with a shot, and it's knocked away. Jackson with another shot off the back of Bailey, who's back in. And here comes Kevin Francis now. They're all lining up to take the shots, but that was over the crossbar. And in the end, a goal kick will result. So you have to give some props to Bailey of Avenues United, Zarani Bailey. Certainly had his fair share of injuries. Still have what looks like a bit of a slight limp, but he's back in it, realizing that there's no substitute on the bench for Avenues United, so he's sticking it out with his team here this afternoon. And there was Kevin Francis trying to keep that one in, not successful, and a throw into Avenues United. Down by 11 goals to 1. And Captain Francis being quite vocal. As Westfield will now take this throw now to Francis, but it's robbed of it now. Bulky player in Zeshawn Bailey. Came in for Zeno Solomon, but here is Laborde with possession now. Knocks it forward, but it's knocked away there by Derby. Comes into the path of Jaheim Bailey for System 3. Zeshawn Bailey. Nice ball there, Bailey, onto the path of Jackson. Has a couple options ahead of him. Hangs on to the ball. Has Laborde ahead of him. And takes a shot. Just past an open, gaping goal. And in the end, it's a goal kick for Avenues United. So we are in the dying moments of this one. as Avenues United about to take this goal kick. Meantime, we see players of Besco Pashas not on camera, but they're warming up for their encounter against Chelsea. And here is Zorani Bailey to Damal Francis. Losing possession, Francis. Cunningham is there, but so too is Richard Hayde. And they'll now volley this one upfield. Ball knocked out of touch. And it's going to be a throw in for Avenues United. Jack. Player with a lot of talent indeed, Jack. Finds Davis. Davis to his left of Small. These are the young players for Avenues United. And if they keep these players together, certainly will be a force to be reckoned with going forward. Damal Francis, the veteran, and the captain here this afternoon, finds John. John knocks it back to Francis, who's looking to give him the return ball, but good work there on the part of Jack to intervene. And battle for possession on the far side. Flag is up, whistle going. It is against Avenues United. In this, the 90th minute. They're down by 11 goals to 1. It was 7-0 at half time. So in this, the second half thus far, 4 goals from System 3 and the lone strike free kick on the part of Damal Francis. Here comes Solomon. Aidan Solomon finds Cunningham. Nice ball through the middle there now. Solomon with it still. And oh, he should have taken that shot. Take a couple steps too many. And in the end, it was easy there for goalkeeper Richard Hayde. Here's Butte with possession. Robbed of it there by Jack. But Javin Sutherland had the different ideas. Went to the ground, but here's Cunningham with some space, and this might be very well number 12. And it's knocked in there by Aidan Solomon. And that's good football on the part of Cunningham. He could have scored, but not being selfish, knocked it into the path. Let's have a look at it again. Into the path of Aidan Solomon. And meat and drink. Goal number 12. 12 goals to 1 in favor of System 3. Aidan Solomon scoring in the 90th minute. Didn't see any indication. I don't know if we missed it with regards to added time from the 4th official. But we're into extra time. And Javin Sutherland, who's down, favoring that left leg of his, being given some attention.
I think he got us a little touch there from I think it was Bailey, and he went down. I don't think it's anything too serious, but I think they would have exhausted all the substitutions nevertheless.
Certainly.
So it's goal number 12.
Goal number 12 off the boot of Aidan Solomon.
And Anthony, had I been Cunningham, I'd have gone for my hat trick. But just to give the youngster a bit of boost, I think that's why he went that route.
Yes, definitely. That's why I said it's good on his path. As we wait the restart of this one. And there goes the final whistle to signal to us it's the end of this encounter here this afternoon. A massive victory for System 3. They're winning by 12 goals to 1. Hat-trick for Zena Solomon. There were braces for Cunningham, Soto, Sutherland, and strikes from James Grant. Indeed, Denzel Bascom, Aidan Solomon, and not forgetting, of course, the strike of Kareem Davis, which was a very good one, of course. So that's the wrap. And with regards to the play of this game, might very well be Azino Solomon with his hat-trick, and he had a fair number of assists. So we're going to have a word, and then we wrap it up. Azino Solomon, of course, player of this one, player of the game. All right, well, I'm here with player of the game, Azino Solomon, a hat-trick here this afternoon, and you had about 3 or 4 assists. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Another victory, keep us at the top of the table for another week. So, yeah, we feel good.
Very well. Well, it was an opportunity, of course, for you to give some of the other players that opportunity to come out, and it, in your opinion, it would have worked.
Yeah, I mean, my nephew actually came on the field today and scored. So yeah, so I'm very proud. I'm very happy that he got on the score sheet, and I'm on the score sheet as well. So I feel proud.
Very well. Well, you're still at the top of the table. Leyu, of course, chasing you down. Going forward, what can we expect?
I mean, it's a long distance race, and we're in it for it. So Leyu, I mean, they gotta keep trying, but we want it. So.
Very well. Thank you very much, and all the best. Azino Solomon, player of the match, and congratulations, of course, to System 3 winners here this afternoon. Huge victory, huge margin, 12 goals to 1. Game number 2 comes up, of course. Besco Passions are taking on Chelsea. That will come your way in just a little while.